when you look at the amazing order and design of nature in this world that we live in, is it more probable to say it's a chance, or is it more reasonable to say there's got to be an intelligent mind behind it?
What makes me more important than that tree?
That's exactly right. Now remember, you're an atheist, right?
Yeah.
There is no God. So please answer your own question.
Sure.
What makes you more valuable than this tree?
Nothing.
Thank you. Now you're being consistent, rationally. There's absolutely no reason for you to view yourself as more valuable than that tree, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you. A head of lettuce,
Sure.
a cow's head, her head. I take out a machete, whack, off with the head of lettuce. I go to the cow, whack, off with the head of the cow. Whack, off with her head.
Okay.
What is the difference between those three actions? Is there any difference between me cutting a head of lettuce, cutting a cow's head, cutting her head, according to your atheism?
Well, that would be trying to destroy my species, which I'm trying to expand, so that would bother me.
Thank you for your honesty. The only reason in your worldview that my lopping her head off with a machete is because you have chosen to value your particular species above all other species, so therefore I better not lop a head off of one of your species.
Yep.
Okay, think about that. Can you really live that out? Or do you live as if human beings do have a special value and significance that is not based on their being of the same species as you?
What about it?
Well, I think you do experience love for people in a way that you don't experience love for a cow or a head of lettuce.
It's not necessarily true.
You're right, it's not necessarily true. I'm speaking for myself. My depth of love for people is far deeper than my depth of love for my dog. I have a type of love for my dog. And I have a little bit of love for vegetation, for a head of lettuce. But it's nothing compared to the depth of my love for human beings.
Yeah, it's your own species. You should.
Yeah, but why? If the head of lettuce is simply an accidental collection of atoms,
Yeah.
and if a human being is simply an accidental collection of atoms, aren't you and I being incredibly biased, amazingly arbitrary in saying, well, we're the most important?
We're not perfect. People
But let's be reasonable, let's be logical. I assume in a university setting we try to be. What's the most reasonable thing?
What do you mean? To choose something cellular versus something non-cellular?
Well, I mean, if human beings are simply an accidental collection of atoms, to attach value and significance to human beings is ridiculous.
If I were a squirrel, I wouldn't attach any special anything to humans versus squirrels. You would like squirrels more because it's your own species.
Okay, let me ask you, why do you think Mother Teresa worked among the dying in Calcutta, India?
Because she had compassion for them.
Yeah, but what is compassion? Remember, there's no such thing as compassion in your worldview.
I didn't say that.
What is compassion as an atheist? What is it?
I guess it would be some hardwired thing in your brain.
Exactly. So there's no love, which is, I would define love as a free decision to care for somebody.
Is it possible for someone laying on a hospital bed who is essentially a vegetable in their brain to love somebody?
I don't know. It depends what the level of their brain activity is.
So you need your brain to do these activities.
Well, yeah, you need your brain to be you.
Yeah,
That's key part of who you are, your brain.
that's right.
Absolutely. But obviously what I'm saying is, there's more to me than just my brain, than just a chemical reaction. There's a
Because
me,
you believe there's a spirit and
a soul, exactly. There's personality. There's a free will that goes beyond the chemical reaction. Sir, don't you have certain drives that you choose not to follow?
like a...
I won't name them for you, you tell me. Don't you have certain drives, certain desires that you choose to say no to.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the part of you that's saying no to those drives?
The rational part.
Okay. Don't you think that part of that rational part is a free will?
Why does it have to be free will?
Because at times you follow what rationally you think is wise, but at other times you don't follow it.
Yeah, because you become emotionally unstable sometimes.
Emotionally unstable. Okay? At nighttime, can't you, like me, sit on the corner of your bed and analyze what you did that day?
Yeah, reflect on the day.
Exactly, reflect on the day. And then don't you judge yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, when you judge yourself, is that not a clear example of free will?
Or you could examine, did I do anything wrong?
Okay, did I do anything wrong? When you reflect in that way, does that not clearly point you to the existence of free will?
Just points you to morality.
All right, morality. Does not morality clearly point you to the existence of God?
How?
If there is no God, there is no moral lawgiver. If there is no moral lawgiver, there is no morality, other than relative morality, which means whatever my indigestion tells me is good is good.
I believe that's true.
Okay, good. I am convinced that for you to rape that woman is absolutely evil, even if everything in you is crying out to have sex with her. And the reason I hold you responsible for raping her is because I'm convinced you do have a free will, and although she's gorgeous and you might love to have sex with her, to do that is immoral. It's wrong to rape her. It's a violation of who she is. Even though everything in you might be saying, wow, I really want to have sex with her.
Okay.
So the challenge is for you to exercise your free will in a responsible way. Not just to say, well, I got this urge. You have to learn to control your urges. That's a tremendous example of your free will.
Just because we can control something instinctual doesn't mean much, really.
Oh, I would argue it means a ton. All right, let's put it another way. Let's say that you've been dating a young lady who for the past month has been saying, I love you.
Sure.
I love you. I love you. Tonight your dad calls you up and says, you know the girl who's been telling you how much she loves you? I've been paying her $1,000 a week to love you. How would you feel?
I would feel mad, yeah.
Why? Why would you be mad?
Because she deceived me.
Because she deceived you. But if you believe that we're simply complex biochemical reactions without a free will, she didn't deceive you.
But that's just it's a lie. It's not real love. And love is
okay,
just
good. Well, then what on earth is real love?
That's just a definition issue.
But it's rather important at this point that you define what love is. That's what we're talking about. And I'm saying, obviously, you know my point.
Yeah,
my point
it's
is,
your point.
you and I appreciate love that is not paid for.
Yeah.
We appreciate love that is a free decision of a human being. Well, that's a clear sign that free will is real.
But wouldn't that lie saying she loves you give you the same like affirmation in your brain? You'd be like, oh, she loves me, and you'd feel happy about that. But when you find out it's a lie, sure, you're going to be upset, but it would still have the same effect because you had no idea.
My point is rather simple, right? I hope you know my point by now.
I understand.
You experience free will. Free will clearly is a piece of evidence that there's more to you than just the complex biochemical reaction. There's a you, and the only way there can be a you, a soul, is if there's a God who creates you as a physical being, but then gives you a personality, a soul, which includes free will, the ability to love.
Where is justice? What is mercy? Where's the sacred and the holy? In this world full of choices, where's the truth in all the voices? Give me an answer. Don't waste my time. Tell it to me straight. The truth is getting hard to find. I have objections to what I've learned.